Let's scoot all you guys down. I'm going to scoot in here. Let's rock and roll. All right, guys. So I'm now joined by the owner of St. Augustine Experiences, Alex Drywa. Thank you very much. Russ Saunders, the executive bourbon steward and tour guide, as well as Will Hensler, the COO of St. Augustine Distillery. And today we're talking about the St. Augustine Bourbon, Whiskey, and History Experience. This sounds so rad. This is so cool, man. Gentlemen, thank you very much for being here today.
Absolutely,
I really do appreciate it, guys. Like, this is cool as 8 fans on high. So, Alex, what is the St. Augustine Bourbon, Whiskey, and History Experience, and why was partnering with the distillery the perfect fit?
Well, this is our newest walking tour, probably the most unique history tour in downtown. My colleague Russ actually came to it. He said we do a lot of food and history tours. Hold
on, you guys come in here. Russ, you hiding over there. Get over here, man. You can't hide away.
This guy said, we do sweets and history, food, beer, wine, cocktails. Can we do a bourbon, whiskey, and history tour?
Yeah.
And I didn't have to think about it too long. I didn't have to twist my arm too much. I dove head first, started researching roots, history, but we brought it to Will and his team, our vision, our idea, and they loved it as well too. But again, I'm going to leave it over to Russ, though. I mean, this is just his vision over here.
Yeah. So it was a natural, right? So I'm an executive bourbon steward, like you said, and whiskey and bourbon.
It's your jam.
Make me sound bad. It's a pretty big part of my life.
No, man, it's perfection, Russ.
And I knew Will and I had that in common. So.
Yeah.
The big thing, though, I mean, these guys, renovated a landmark building downtown, Distillery of the Year 2024, pioneering whiskey science and warm weather climate of Florida. No-brainer partner with the distillery.
And it really is cool. And there is some science behind that. That is really cool that most folks don't really appreciate that you're doing bourbon down in the South. So, okay, so what can guests expect when the tour begins inside the distillery?
These guys curated a really unique tasting they wanted our guests just to see on this tour, but the real highlight comes after the tasting, after the history of the distillery, is our guests actually get a thieving demonstration pulling whiskey straight out of the barrel. And they don't actually get to watch this. They get to do it themselves as well too. It's rare, it's hands-on, it's unique. Even for our seasoned bourbon guests, this is like one of those wow factors on tour.
Okay, and that's kind of what we've got going on here, right? Okay, cool.
Copper tube.
What do we got here?
All right, so this is a whiskey thief. And like many things in this industry, it's a process that's been unchanged for like generations.
Okay.
So if you're gonna make good whiskey, you gotta sample it. You know that part,
That's right, exactly.
Well, the way you sample it is every barrel has what's called a bung. The bung goes in the bung hole.
You
pop that bung off, and this whiskey thief is what goes down into the barrel. You put your thumb over the little hole here, and you pull out samples.
It's like a metal straw almost.
That's it.
That's
cool. Way cooler. I mean,
come on. It's way cooler. Look at that thing, dude. This is awesome.
This is something we do constantly, right? We're tasting barrels in the warehouse, we're tasting barrels in the distillery, and for a long time we've tried to find a way to incorporate it into experiences. I've known Alex and his crew for quite a while, and when he approached us with this opportunity, I said, hold on, let's do something that we don't offer in general.
Yeah.
So it's just been really cool, and my favorite part is you get to taste cast strength bourbon straight out of the barrel.
And you brought some.
Of course I brought some.
All right, okay, divvy it out. Let's do it. So which, we're gonna start this one, right?
Yeah, let's start with the one on the left. We'll give a little sneak peek here.
Gentlemen, hang on, I got one for you. There we go.
Sir.
Pass these around, sir.
So here's what's special. This whiskey came off the still as the same whiskey. Both those options we're going to taste here. What I mean by that, we're using the same grain recipe, corn, wheat, and malted barley, distilled the same way. What's different about the two samples we brought is simply the barrel.
Okay,
One of
right.
the cool things about bourbon is 100% of the color comes from the wood. There's no color added. All this comes from the barrel.
Yeah, whiskey's clear before it starts aging.
Clear off the still. You got it. And we believe as much as 70% of the flavor comes from the wood. So what this shows, and what that thieving experience will show, is how important wood is and what a dramatic difference it makes.
Okay.
So what we're tasting here, aged in Minnesota oak, char number 3, and this is just shy of 3 years old, not fully mature yet.
It's still really good.
It's got a great flavor.
It's
and
still
this
really
is
good.
wood we've used for a long, long time. We find that Minnesota oak works well in the Florida climate, but now we're stepping into something new. What we're holding here is aged in Appalachian oak.
What? Cool.
Same char level, different barrel producer, different cooperage is what we call them. And you can see already a little bit of color difference, but give this one a smell.
It's different. It's very different.
It's more woody, but not earthy. I get almost like mesquite, a really interesting kind of flavor coming through. And then the bourbon itself drinks a little bit softer.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. God, it's delicious.
Isn't that good?
Great job. Okay, real quick, gentlemen, give us the details. How do we join your tour?
StAugustineExperiences.com has all of our tours, what's included. It's also a holiday season. You said 34 days till Christmas.
That's right.
So a great gift certificate as well to get for that whiskey lover in your life.
I love it. I'm going to come join you guys. I think this is a great idea. This
Absolutely.
is very
Hope you
cool.
do.
Gentlemen, thank you so very much for being here. I really appreciate
We'll
it.
see you
Good to
soon.
see you as always. All right, guys.